followed by our first motion. So welcome to the Youth Council.
Good evening. We are here this evening to talk to you about the rights of the child. To start, we would like to share a story with you about the rights of the child, written by Mark Martin, Every Child a Song, a celebration of children's rights.
When you were born, a song began. Sometimes it didn't sound much like a song, sometimes no one could hear it, but it was there in every heartbeat, every breath, tiny, fragile and unique, a melody the world had never heard before.
It needed love to help it grow, to keep it sheltered and protected. It needed love to help it grow, to keep it sheltered and protected, nourished, cherished, celebrated. It needed naming and belonging, a home to call its own, arms to hold it safe in warmth and welcome. Then, with each new step and word, your song picked up its rhythm. It soared, explored. It learned the blue of sky, the green of leaves, the red of dawn and sunset.
All around you, everywhere, other songs are singing. Some are loud, some are quiet. Some sing a single note, and some a symphony. Whatever melody a song sings, each one is true and beautiful, unique and special as your own.
No song should be worn away into silence. No song should be drowned out, nor stolen and made to sing the tune of darkness, hate or war. Even amongst the storm and change and danger, every song must be heard above the noise and the chaos of the world, because when every child is born, a song begins.
A melody the world has never heard before, unique and tiny, fragile, but never quite alone. For together we raise our voices for the right of every song to sing out loud, bold and unafraid. So small, new song, sing on lifelong, sing love, sing joy, sing freedom.
In 2022, the Youth Endowments Fund second annual Children, Violence and Vulnerability report, they reported that 40% of teens had been a victim or witness of violence in the last 12 months. This clearly states that at least one of our rights as a child has been violated. Number 19, protection against violence. Through us as children not knowing our rights, we are more susceptible to having them broken and going unnoticed. This may lead to a child suffering and without knowing what they have gone through is wrong and against the rights which have been put in place by the United Nations. Well, through a recent survey I've conducted through my school on children knowing their rights, I found that through 100 students who have completed this survey, that only 7% of them knew of their rights they had as a child. 70% shown interest in knowing about these rights, and only 65% of students told us that their schools did not tell them about these rights. Out of that percentage, 41% of students had to seek out these rights on their own. Through this knowledge, we can clearly see that the children's rights need to be more known and protected, or otherwise devastating impacts will occur.
The United Nations is a federation that almost all countries of the world belong to. Representatives from those countries meet at the United Nations headquarters in New York to talk about universal problems. An integral part of the United Nations work is to improve the lives of children and young people all over the world. To help with this, the UN made a list of the things that every child needs to be healthy and happy and to grow into a good citizen of the world. It is called the UN Convention of Rights of the Child, because every child in the world has a right to get what they need. This includes the right to an education that helps you be the best you can be, no matter who you are and where you come from. We know that we must also respect the rights of others and be responsible for this too.
The Convention on the Rights of the Child was adopted in 1989 by 196 countries. A child doesn't have to do anything to have children's rights, and they cannot be taken away. All rights are equally important. At the start of each of our youth council meetings, we remind ourselves of the rights of the child. Some articles are more appropriate in that space than others. We talk about Article 12. Article 12 describes the rights of the child to express themselves, to share their ideas, and to give their views and opinions, and that these views will be listened to and considered and respected.
We also talk about Article 2, which reminds us about non-discrimination, and Article 3, the best interests of the child. We feel the rights of the child are important to help to improve the participation of young people in a genuine and engaging way, locally, nationally, and globally.
On Tuesday, we held our Dorchester Youth Council meeting and invited members of Portland, Dorchester, and Weymouth Youth Council. We talked about the importance of having the rights of the child for young people locally, but also globally.
We looked at the 42 articles and decided for each of us which we felt were important at that time. We found that articles related to keeping children safe, protected from harm, violence and exploitation were highlighted in the group. We also found having access to education, food, clothing, and a safe home were highlighted. Words that kept being repeated included safety, protection, support, fairness, inclusion. No single article stood out for us because we believe all the articles to be important at different times and in different ways for each of us.
We all agreed that the rights of the child are important and more emphasis should be placed on the articles. Our government and council are responsible for protecting our rights. As duty bearers, when people should make decisions in the council, decision makers should remember that children have rights and they should think about us and how their decisions impact us. The rights allow us to speak up so that together we do better and everyone can grow up with a song in their heart. We welcome this motion this evening.
Thank you very much. Having heard about the importance of the rights of children, I'd like to ask Councillor Sari House to introduce his motion.
And to that end, I give you this motion. That this Council affirms its commitment to the principles and provisions of the UNCRC and integrates these into local policies and practices, complementing the delivery of Dorset Council's 10-year plan for children, young people and families, aiming to be a rights-respecting authority. That we establish a Children's Rights Committee to oversee the implementation of the UNCRC within our authority, ensuring that children's voices are heard and considered in decision-making processes. This will include developing some of our young people as rights-respecting ambassadors, as well as children's rights impact assessment. Signposts, training and awareness programs for council members and staff on the importance of children's rights and the UNCRC. Engages with local communities, schools and organisations to promote understanding of children's rights and encourage active participation from children in matters that affect them. Declares that the corporate parents as duty bearers, capturing all our children and young people, we uphold the United Nations Convention of the Rights of the Child and identify as a rights-respecting authority. Requires that all policies and procedures and interactions involving our children and young people are mindful of relevant articles from the UNCRC. By adopting this motion, we reaffirm our dedication to creating an environment where all children can thrive, ensuring their rights are respected and upheld in our community. In conclusion, I urge all council members to support this motion to uphold the UNCRC, demonstrating our commitment to safeguarding the rights of every child and young person in our care and fostering across Dorset a society where we can help them reach their full potential. Thank you.
Thank you, members. And the results of the vote are 70 in favour. The motion is therefore carried. Thank you.